treasure or junk, or someone's creation. Get some background information and find out where it's made in. What we're looking at here is a Kodak Brownie Reflex 20. So this is a camera that was manufactured from 1959 to 1966, and the reflex in the Brownie Reflex 20, that represents this idea of using mirrors to exactly show what's going to be captured in the viewfinder. Because before that, I guess it was a little spotty where you could be taking a picture and not really knowing what you're gonna get. But with this new mirror technology, you were able to see exactly what was gonna go on the film. So that's pretty cool. Of course, today we take this for granted because, especially in the digital age, we're seeing pixel by pixel what's gonna be captured. This is mostly made with molded plastic. Even though some of it looks like metal, this is mostly plastic. There is a little bit of metal, especially around the lenses. And this was, so we'll get to where it's made in a second, but I just want to say a couple things. One, I was curious where this was made, but I was also curious where Kodak cameras are made now. I wanted to know if there is a difference. So let's find out now where this is made, because it does say, I'll flip it over, I believe it's on the bottom. It says Made in America, Eastman Kodak. Very cool, Eastman Kodak, a classic American company, so I was glad to see that this was in fact made here. But actually, this appears to be the 1959 version, because from 1960 to 1966, although it was manufactured in America, so the materials were, at least some of these were actually assembled in the UK. Kind of interesting. And so now the big question, do Kodak cameras get made here in the USA in this day and age, in 2025? Well, I had a Easy Share camera, which is Kodak. That's like a old school kind of digital camera from, let's say, the early 2000s. And those are made in China. So at least some Kodak cameras, and I suspect most of them, if not all, are made overseas, which is kind of sad. But here we have a real relic of true American manufacturing, the Brownie Reflex 20. So now let me tell you how much this cost back in the day. In 1959, you could pick one of these up for $17, and that is pretty much to the dollar what it's worth today. So this has gone way down in value, and especially this one's in pretty kind of, I mean, it's in decent condition. It does need to be cleaned off, but it has some scuffs, so I would say this would go for about $12. So it has not retained value or gained in value. There you have it, Kodak camera.